Okay. So knees bent. Can everyone hear me okay? I think my
Yep.
headphones are working. Good. Hands are going to come behind the thighs, and we just feel a little bit of support from the ball in the very, very low back. Press the thighs into the hands and lift the spine. Slide the shoulders down the back. So get that nice length in the spine. Then you're going to release the arms forward. And then exhale, we're going to press back down into the ball. Inhale here. And then exhale, we curl back up. Restack the spine tall. Exhale, press down, feeling our weight onto the ball. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lengthen the spine long. Couple more. Exhale, curl onto the ball. Inhale, pause. Exhale, lift all the way up. Inhale long. Exhale, we come down. And all the way up. Good. Last one. Exhale, round down and hold it there. You're going to take the right arm, sweep it out to the side, gaze follows the right hand. Good. Feel those obliques kick on. Pull back in. Left hand comes out to the side. Hips stay facing forward. Exhale, pull back together. Good. We'll do a couple more here. Pull that right arm away. Hips stay facing forward. So you should be feeling a lot in the side body. Pull back. Inhale, left arm comes out. Exhale, pull back in. Let's go one more each side. Take it out to the right. Pull back in. Take it out to the left. Pull back in. Engage those lower abdominals. Curl up off the ball and restack the spine nice and tall here. Good. Grab the ball and we're going to move it slightly further away, kind of bra line area. Knees still bent, hands interlaced behind the head, and then take a big stretch over the ball, getting lots of space here in the chest. And then exhale, curl the chest up, keeping those elbows wide. The belly button sinks down, the ribs slide together. Good. A couple more. Inhale. Exhale, curl and lift. Good. And a couple more. Inhale. Exhale. Lift up. 3 more. And then because they're like special type of bowl, the labor is $150 an hour. And I need a kid for his tires. Exhale, lift. And then we'll do one more big stretch back. Inhale. Like, this is your Christmas present. And I'm like, this is yours. Exhale, curl, lift up and hold it there. Good. We're going to take that right leg up to tabletop, staying really still in the body, and then just tap that right leg down for 6. Exhale, lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. Bring that foot down. Good. Without anything majorly shifting in the body. Yeah, you got it, Kristen. Left leg comes up. And we tap down. Exhale, lift. Tap down. And lift. Couple more. 3, 2, and 1. Lift and hold it up there in tabletop. Yep. You're going to bring the right leg to meet the left. Good. And we extend the right leg. Think single leg stretch. And switch. And switch. And switch. Good. And we go 3. Really extending that straight leg long, engaging the quad to get that full extension behind the knee. Last one each side. Good. Both legs pause in tabletop. Stick with it if you can. Double leg stretch. Reach both legs out. Exhale, pull back in. Send it out. Inhale. Pull back in. 4 more. 3. Come in back into single leg stretch if this is too much. And last one, extend out. Exhale, pull up. Bring one leg down to tabletop and the other leg down. And take a nice well-deserved stretch over the back of the balls. Stretching out those abdominals now, getting some space in the chest. And letting those elbows get heavy down to the mat. Good, one more breath in here. And then exhale, curl up into one last chest lift. Hold it here. Extend the right leg long on the mat, the left leg long on the mat. Squeeze those lower abdominals as you sweep the arms out, hands face each other, and then you're gonna lift up off the ball and fold the body in half. Good. Just stretch here for a second to catch your breath, and then reach around, grab the ball, place it between the knees. Good. And then we're gonna roll all the way down. Enjoying the sensation of being on a flat surface in the upper body. Slight squeeze of the ball into the midline, so just a hug more than a squeeze. Big breath in, and then exhale, tuck the tailbone, roll those hips all the way up into your bridge. Inhaling here at the top. Exhale, roll back down, feeling every bone come down onto the mat and releasing the tailbone all the way as you inhale. And then exhale, curl it back up. Use those abdominals to control the movement of the spine. Try and get into a nice straight line from shoulder to knee. Exhale, roll down. Exhale, scoop and roll, pressing through the heels, activating the back body. Inhale at the top. Exhale, lower down. Good. Let's go ahead and do one more and hold it at the top. Exhale, scoop and roll up using those abdominals. Find yourself in a nice straight line, shoulder to knee. Ribs are closed together, so don't lose the activation of the abdominals. We're going to squeeze the ball together for 10. So we go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause. We're going to drop the hips down and then lift them up as we squeeze the ball. Drop down, squeeze the ball. Drop down, squeeze and lift. Down, squeeze, lift. So I want you to feel the inner thighs, but also the glutes getting a little toasty. And we go 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold. Reach the arms back behind you, and then as slowly as you can, peel the spine back down onto the mat. Good, releasing all the way. Arms into a T, and you're going to bring those legs up to tabletop. Good, both legs come over to the right. Exhale, press into the back of the arms to lift back up to center. And we go again, big reach over. Exhale, squeeze back to center. Good, coming over. Exhale, squeeze back and coming over. Exhale, come back. Couple more. I want you to think of the lower leg leading you back as the top leg resists. See if you can find a little more oblique. So coming over, inhale. Exhale as you come back, let that lower leg press up against the top leg to come back. We'll do one more each side. Good, and over, inhale. Exhale, pull back. And hold it there. Release the arms down by the side, palms face down. Only do this if it feels good in your body. If not, take the ball away and do some single leg taps. We're going to take both toes down to the mat. Nothing changes in the spine. Exhale, pull up. And we go again. Tap it down. Exhale, pull back. Tap it down. Exhale, pull back. Good. A couple more. Let's do one more. And hold it there. Okay, give that ball a little squeeze. We're going to curl the tailbone up off the mat with control. So I just want you to do tiny lifts up and down. Good. Up and down. Two more. Last one. And release all the way. Good. Grab hold of that ball, bring the feet down and roll those hips up into a bridge. Place the ball underneath your sacrum now, and then just sink the hips down onto the ball. Make sure you feel nice and secure. Good, and we're gonna bring one leg up to tabletop and then the other. And then we're gonna stretch those legs up to the ceiling. Take a second, make sure you feel nice and stable. You're gonna point those toes, and we're gonna bring both legs out into a kind of V-shaped scissor here. Good, big stretch in the inner thighs. Then you're gonna flex the feet and pull, 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 pull back to center. Good, point the toes, send the feet away. So for my reformer people, you can imagine that you have your legs in the straps here, and you're creating your own resistance through the legs to pull those legs back to center. Good, point the toes, extend the legs out, flex the feet, pull to center. Good, point the toes, take it out. Flex the feet, pull back to center. Good, point the toes. My legs are shaking, so join me. Really squeeze as much as you can out of this. Flex. Point. Flex and pull back. Let's do one more here. Point the toes. Take it out. Flex the feet. Pull back. Okay. Point the toes. We're going to scissor in a different direction. Yes. Bring your feet down. Adjust the ball if you need a break. Bring that right leg forward. Pulse, pulse. Those legs come up. And then pulse, pulse. Good. This is a class of two kinds of people. Me and Mum with the short legs, and then Kristen and Meredith with the gazelle-like long limbs. Pulse, pulse, center. So that lower leg, see if you can use that hamstring to actually bring the leg closer to your face each time. Big stretch. Good. Couple more. 3, hugging the upper body into the midline to keep yourself from falling off that ball. And last one, pulse, pulse, back to center. Come back into a scissor. So my left leg's coming forwards. My right leg is extending down. My right leg is going to tap the mat. Then I'm going to pull it up as I bicycle the legs around, hit that L shape, then tap the left toe. Squeeze it up, extend and tap. Good. Squeeze it up, extend and tap. Everyone looks awesome. Good. So just think of opening that hip flexor of the bent leg and stretching that top leg as long as you can. Good. Don't speed it up. Go nice and slow in this one for me. 2 more. Good. Pause here. Let's reverse it. So we're going to curl that right knee in, tap, curl it in. Good. It turns into a full body exercise here when we incorporate the ball. And we'll do a couple more. Reach. And reach. Good. And let's finish it off on that other side. Reach. Good. Both legs come all the way up. We're going to do helicopter. So we scissor again. We circle around. And then back to center. Circle around. Back to center. Circle around. Scissor through center. One more here. And reverse that circle. Slice it. Circle around. Slice it. Circle around. A couple more. Last one. Good. Bend both knees in. Definitely ready for this to end. Okay, this should feel really good. We're going to bring both feet down. And extend the left leg long and just let it kind of hang out there. Just stabilize yourself a little bit with that left heel. Then you're going to pull that right knee in towards the chest. Think of compressing that the front of the right hip as you let the left hip flexor chill out. Also the left quad. Releasing, breathing. And then take that right knee, and then you're just going to kind of bring that left hand out just to give you a little more stabilization. Then bring that right knee out to the side just to open up on the inside of the hip a little bit. Good, bring that knee in, extend that right knee long, bring the left knee in towards the chest. Grab a hold of the left knee, pull it into the chest, getting that compression in the front of the hip as the right front hip relaxes, releases. Good. Then bring that right hand out to the side as you bring the left knee out from the midline, just kind of stretching in the inside of the hip here. Good. And then bring both knees together. Feet are going to be down onto the mat. And then you're just going to open the knees wide like the pages of a book. The feet are going to be, soles of the feet up against each other like they're in a prayer position. And here I just want you to let gravity do its job as the knees release down to the ground and just feel really nice and light in that lower back. Hold the big breath in and out. Good, and let's bring both those knees together, lift the hips, grab the ball, and lay the spine down onto the mat. One last time. Let the ball just rest down by your side here. Take those knees, feet mat width apart, and then you're just going to windshield wipe the legs. Just some nice, easy movement here to counter all of that helicopter scissor action. One more each side. Good. And back to center. All right. The knees are on the second page. Let's go ahead. You can do this without the ball. The ball is going to make it more challenging, so you pick your poison today. We're going to do rollovers. So if you want to use the ball, bring it between your ankles. Legs are going to be into a tabletop. Arms release down to the ground. Take a big breath in. Exhale. No, take another. Sorry. Inhale, send the feet long. Exhale. Bring the feet over the pelvis. I still messed up the breath. Use your exhale to roll the hips all the way up over the body. Flex the feet. Maybe see if the toes want to tap down onto the mat. And then exhale. Feel every bone come back down. Think thighs close to face as you release. Back down. Then we're going to bend our knees here to kind of get a little reprieve. Send the feet up. Exhale. Lift up and over. Flex. Tap. Good. And then thighs close to face. So you should be feeling a big stretch through the back body as you release the tailbone down, and then bend the knees. Just give the body a break. Extend them up. Inhale. Exhale up and over. Flex. Optional tap. And then thighs close to face as you roll down. So you're really just trying to fold the body in half as much as possible. Bend the knee. 2 more. Exhale as you come up and over. Flex, tap. Notice how every time you do this, the body starts to give way. It feels a little easier. I always think the first rollover is like the first pancake you make. It's kind of a throwaway. Flex, tap, close to face as you roll down. Okay, we're going to do one more with an optional fancy ending. Extend the legs. Send the legs up and over. Tap and hold it there. Okay, you can come out of this the normal way. If you want to be fancy, you're going to circle the arms around, grab hold of the ankles, and then you're going to roll. Did we make it? Yes, Kristen.
Surprisingly.
Yay! We all did it. It's a Christmas miracle. Okay, open leg rocker. You can drop the ball here if you want. If not, you're just going to roll down to the shoulders. Exhale, lift up. You can also choose to bend the knees here if the straight legs aren't feeling good in your body today, or it's a little extra challenging with the instability of the ball. Good, couple more. Good. Just enjoying that nice spinal massage, just stretching the back of the legs, keeping that nice shape. Find a little extension at the top. Let's do 2 more, ladies. Last one. Lift up and hold it there, hold it there, hold it there. You're going to release the arms out. Keep the legs where they are. You can bend the knees if you need. And then you're going to roll down. Use the ball, really squeeze it. It helps. Come all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. And then lay flat. Keep the ball between the ankles. Whew, you're going to roll over onto your right side. Good. And then let the left ear rest on the left arm. Ball is still between the ankles. Ooh, feeling a little wobbly. Make sure the hips are stacked here. You're going to squeeze the ball. And then we're just going to lift both legs up. Just a little side lift here. So do a couple. And if you're feeling good, you can reach that left arm up to the sky. Give yourself a little bit of extra instability. Gets a lot more hard. Ooh. And we go 3 and 2 and 1. You're going to hover the feet here. Tiny beats in. Beat, 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 beat. Trying not to fall over so you keep those hips stacked. Inner thighs are igniting. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down. Good. Okay. I don't even know where I'm going from here. We're on the wrong page. Okay, we're just going to roll over to the other side. Do that whole thing again. So sweep the legs around. Bonus points if you can keep the ball between the ankles. Good. Let the arm rest on, the ear rest on the arm, sorry. And then we're going to lift both legs up and squeeze the ball. Good. Do a couple to just check your bearings. Hips are stacked. Tummy is pulled in. And that top arm can reach to the ceiling if you're feeling nice and strong in this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it in that hover and we squeeze, 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 squeeze. Beat, beat, beat. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 2 and 1, and relax it all the way down. Good. We're going to come up to kneeling. Grab that ball. It's going to go now. I guess it's actually still in the same place. It's going to go between the ankles. If you need some extra cushioning on your knee, you can roll up the mat. Now my knees are going to come wider than my hips slightly, so I'm kind of in like a triangle shape. So my heels are pressed together, my knees are a little wider. Okay, this is a fancy new glute burn I recently learned. So hands can go down by your side, on your hips, wherever, and then you're going to squeeze the heels together. Squeeze the heels together. So you should be feeling this in the glutes, particularly the side glutes. Are you with me? No. Yes? Okay. Good. And we're going to do quite a few. So let's bring some awareness to the rest of the body. Think strong abdominals. As you squeeze the ball, you can maybe find a little lift in the pelvic floor. Our shoulders are relaxed down into the back. Waist pulled in, chin level with the floor, gazing at something in the distance. And we go for 3, 2, 1. Tiny pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Take the ball and bring it between the knees now. Good. Use the little hug of the ball to find a little lift in the pelvic floor, lower abdominals. Arms are going to release forwards. And then I'm going to kind of scoop my abs into just as a hint of a C curve. And then take that whole shape back just to a place you can control. Lots on the thighs. Lift up, squeeze the ball. Good. Take it down. Inhale. Lift up, squeeze the ball. Take it down. Couple more. Keep those abdominals strong. Challenge yourself to go a little further back and reach. Whew, that was maybe too far. And 2. And 1. It's not over yet. Save your energy. We're going to add a little lateral flexion, so I'll show you what I mean. We're staying in that kneeling position. We're going to come into our thigh stretch. We lift up. Arms come to a T, and we just tip the right fingertips down, so get that nice stretch. But here's the catch. Then you've got to pull yourself back up using those obliques. Down into the thigh stretch. Lift up to a T. Tap the mat, side stretch. Obliques working to pull you back up. Take it down. Reach it up. Now, if your quads are getting really unbearably sore, or you're feeling this isn't great on your knee to continue, you can just do the side reach piece. Nice, everybody. Lift it up. Side stretch over. Pull it back. Let's do one more each side. Curl it back. Squeeze to rise. Right toe tips down. Left oblique pulls you up. Scoop it back. Last one, lift up. Come all the way over. Exhale, lift yourself up. And relax all the way down. If you didn't feel it today, you'll feel that one tomorrow. Okay. Keeping with kneeling, I want you to grab the ball, place it, kind of tuck it between the left hamstring and left calf, and then we're going to come back down to a kneeling position. All fours this time. Knees right underneath the hips, hands right underneath the shoulders. Pull up into the tummy and press that mat away from you. We're going to lift that right leg up to a, well, this. Now point the toe, and we're going to lift up, up. You got it, Mum? It's basically the most painful thing you can imagine for your hamstring. Do that. And we go for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Tiny pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those knees together. Don't lose the grip on your ball. Bringing that right leg out to the side into a fire hydrant-ish position. And we go again. Out. Good. Feeling those obliques kick in here to stabilize you. Spine stays solid. Feeling the right side seat now. 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. Lift back up. And we're going to flex the foot and then press the heel to the bottom and release. Press the heel to the bottom and release. And we go 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 and release it all the way down. Good. Take the ball. Well, actually, let's just take a rest position between sides. Let those wrists relax. Sink the hips back into the heels. You can turn the palms up to the ceiling. Good. And then let's come back to this kneeling position here. So bringing the ball between the left hamstring and calf. Find that really nice position. Hands right underneath the shoulders, pushing the mat away from you, abdominals engaged. Point the left toe, lift the left leg up. And we're going to do tiny squeezes up. Up. Good. Make sure you don't dip into the low back here. So only go so high as you can without dipping into the low back. Good. 3, 2, 1. Tiny pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Left leg comes out to the side. And center. Good. Out to the side. And center. Keep it going. We go 2. This is our last one. And all the way down. Lift it back up. Flex the foot now. And you're going to send the heel to the bottom, just squeezing the ball and release. Squeeze the ball and release. Good. 2 more. And squeeze and release, bring it down. Let's take another rest position here. So just, we're not going to need the ball for the next couple of exercises, so just let it come somewhere close. Bring those knees wide and let the chest sink down, hips onto the heels. Just stretching out those wrists here. And then slowly roll up through the spine. Let's do a little, before we come, we're going to do some planking. So just, we'll do thriller wrists. So just thriller and then pull. Get that nice stretch through the back of the wrist. And then opposite side, stretch and pull. Give it a little shake out. Now you can do this series on your elbows too, if you're not feeling it today in your wrists. So walk it out. And before we do our plank, let's just do a nice cat stretch. So I'm going to exhale, push the mat away from you. So you curl the tailbone under, stretch the low back, find those abdominals, scoop. And then inhale, come into a flat back, and then extend the upper back forward. So try not to dip into the low back here. I know it's super tempting to do, especially if you do yoga. Let's exhale, curl up. Inhale through neutral, stretch the chest forward. I like to think of slightly pulling the heels of my hands towards my knee here to get a little more traction. Feeling it in my chest, my abdominals. Exhale, pull up. Inhale, flat back. Reaching the chest forward, squeezing kind of underneath the shoulder blades. And last one, exhale, curl. And then if you want to, you can come into more of a yoga stretch. Just kind of let that, feels so good. Tailbone reach up to the sky, only if this feels good on your body. Then come back to a neutral, and let's just go side to side with the hips. So just stretching one side and then the other. Kind of wagging your tail like a dog. Squeezing the obliques. Stretching the opposite obliques. We'll go one more here. And now we're nice and relaxed. Let's send the right leg out. Engage the abdominals. Left leg meets the right leg. Good. And then just find that nice plank position. Lifting up into the lower abdominals, pushing the mat away from you. Good. Now you can hold this plank. You can hold it on your elbows. You can come into a half plank too. I want you to take, so just hold it, or you can take the right leg, hover it off the mat, then pull the knee in towards the arms without anything changing in the spine. Release, pull it in, release, pull it in. 3 more. Last one. Both feet together. Take a up stretch just to relax. Or rest position if this is not relaxing. Pedal out the leg a little. Reach through the heel to stretch through the back of the leg. One more each side. Woo. Good. And then from here, we're going to come into our plank 2.0. Lift the left leg up. Pull the left knee in. Send it out. Pull it in. Send it out. Pull it in. Send it out. We've got one more. Pull it in. Send it out. Both feet come down. Rest in that up stretch or rest position. Okay, we've got a couple more nasty bits and it's all going to be yummy stretching. So come back into that plank briefly. You're going to take the left hand to the midline and then turn onto the hips. Find yourself, ta-da, in a nice side plank, very nice. Now from here, you can hold it, you can come onto the elbow, you can bring your left knee down, so you're still getting that work, but less scariness. I planned this badly because now you're facing away from me, but it's all good. We're gonna reach, so if you want, you can pike those hips up, look at the hand that's supporting you, so nice side stretch here. Then come back to that straight line. Nice, everybody. Press up. Find that straight line. You got it, Kristen. You look great. Last one up. Back down. Bring that left knee down. Bring that right knee down. And then we're going to take an angled side stretch. Yeah, so my knees are facing forward. My arms kind of over to the left of my body. So I'm feeling a nice stretch through my right shoulder. And then you can walk those hands around. Let's get into it the same way, just, you know, for fairness. Find that plank. Bring that right hand into the center. Wait, is that the we just did? No, we're good. Pivot over. Lift into that nice side plank. And then from here, you can arch the hips up as you look at that lower hand. And then come back to that straight line. Again, option to bring that knee down for a little extra support. Pick what feels good today. 3 more. 2. Last one, smile. All the way back. Bring that knee down. Bring the other knee down. And then take that arm over into a angled rest position. That's the planking part over. Okay. We've got lots of time for some extra stretching. Let's do some back extension. We're going to bring the ball back, just when we thought we got rid of it. So I want you to, again, place it between the ankles, and then you're going to come and lay on your tummy. Good. So one last glute thing, then I promise we're done. Just come into a slight lifted position with the upper body. I don't want like a big arch. Just bring the elbows down to give you a little lift in the chest. And you're going to press the pubic bone down and lift, hover the heels. Tiny beats here. We go squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good. Activating that back of the body. Get a nice toasty glutes. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here. You're going to bend the knees in. Extend them out. Bend the knees in. Squeeze that ball. Send it out. Let's do 4 more. Last one. Hold it in. Send it out. Good. Grab hold of that ball. Okay. Not everyone likes this one because they have more going on in the upper body than me, chest area. So if it doesn't feel good, we'll figure out any workaround. But I want you to try and bring the ball under your sternum. Okay. Got it? And then I want you to lift the arms, extend forwards, and then think of lifting off the ball and then down. Okay, so it's like Superman. Lift off the ball and then down. So I guess the modification here is if the girls are getting in the way, just lose the ball. It's actually providing some nice support, but also some nice feedback, because I like to imagine that I'm trying to lift my sternum off it. And then we're going to do one more. We're going to hold it there. Now, I want you to imagine you're like pulling like the tower bar towards you here. You're going to pull down, squeeze under the armpit, and extend. Pull down, squeeze under the armpit. Find those lats, elbows out to the side. Good, everyone. And reach forward. Keep it going. Good, let's do 2 more. Squeeze down. Squeeze down, keep that chest high. And release forward, grab the ball, let it roll away. We're done with the ball. One last little piece of back extension, something a little more familiar. Let's bring the left cheek to rest on the mat. Hands are going to interlace into the small of the back, elbows fall forward. Tuck the toes, lift the thighs, lift the toes, squeeze the legs together, and we pull in 3 times. 3, 2, 1, towards the bottom. Lift and reach up. Good. And then we come the other side. We go 3, 2, 1, lift and reach. So I want you to visualize the ball. Imagine you're squeezing it as you kick the legs in. And imagine you're lifting off the ball as you lift the chest. Let's do a couple more. Squeeze, squeeze. Lift and reach. We go squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Lift and reach. And last one. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Lift, reach, and hold. Sweep the arms around in front of you and start to swim. You can bring the legs a little wide if the low back is starting to feel this here. Last one, inhale. Flutter, 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 exhale. All the way, good. Relax the arms down. Whew. Okay, coming into a little stretching at the end. This first stretch can be a little intense if you have anything going on in the low back or shoulders. So just proceed with caution and come into rest position if you want. For those who are feeling good and warm, we only do this when we're very warm, you're going to bring your arms to a goalpost position. So I hope you can see me. Okay, there, arms to goalpost position. You're going to bring your left cheek onto the mat. You're going to bend the right knee, and then you're going to push the right knee up and over the body until the toe maybe gets to the floor. So you should be feeling this in your left chest, maybe shoulder, maybe quads, especially after all those thigh stretches, hip flexor, and my spine always cracks, which I assume is a good thing in this one. So just breathe here for a couple and only do it, like I said, if it feels good in the body. Let's bring this back. I feel like with this one, people either love it or they hate it. Good, we'll bring the right cheek to the mat, bend the left knee and send the left leg over the midline of the body. The elbows stay pressed down. That's how we get the stretch in the chest. One more breath in and out. I have to remember to keep talking, otherwise people think I've frozen. Then bring that leg gently all the way back over. Whew. Good. Press up into a wide leg rest position. So knees come as wide as the mat, hips come onto the heels, and then just stretch here. Let the spine rest. Good, and then you're gonna roll up through the spine, come to a taller kneeling position. Good, knees come together, lift up. We're gonna send the right foot forwards. So the ankle is right below the knee, then lift the chest up. So I don't want like overarching. We're gonna think of lifting and just pressing slightly forward with that tailbone tucked underneath us, opening through that left hip flexor. Okay, then you're gonna kick that front foot forward slightly, and then send the hips back, bring the fingertips to the mat. Lift the tailbone to the sky, try and flatten out through the back, slightly lifting the chest forward, feeling it all through that hamstring, which has worked very hard today. Good, and then bend that knee slightly, bring it underneath you. We're going to come back into the hip flexor here, lift up, hips press forward, tailbone slides underneath, nice open chest, looking at the skyline. Now option here, if you want, you can stay here, this is a great stretch, or you can bring those right fingertips towards the floor, lift the left, tight area for me today, lift the left hand over, so you're bending over, arching over the bent knee. And then you'll feel it maybe in the psoas. Feel it everywhere. And then come all the way back up. Let's do our hamstring one last time. Kick the foot forwards. Toes lift up. Tailbone lifts to the sky. Back flattens out. Yeah. Bring both knees together. Don't lose your socks. Send that left foot out right below, ankle right below the knee. Make sure those hips are level. You're going to lift the chest, press the hips forward, stretch through that right hip flexor. Breathing a lot. Good, and then kick that foot out. The little waves as you send the hips back, bring the fingertips to the floor. Checking in with how this side of the body feels, maybe different from the first one. Tailbone lifting up towards the sky, chest reaching forwards. And every exhale, just see if the body can relax a little bit more into the stretch. Good. And then bend that knee slightly, bring the foot back. We'll come back into the hip flexor, reach up, sit tall, and then option, of course, to arch over. See what you find. And then lift yourself all the way up with control. Last hamstring, kick that foot forward. Send the hips back, chest is lifted. Try and get as much space between the tailbone and the crown of the head as you can. Good. Bring that foot forwards. Bring both feet down and roll yourself into a tiny, tiny ball here. Hands can come all the way down to the mat. Good. And then on your next exhale, you're going to lift up straight legs, tailbone to the sky as the head goes low. Getting ready for a few. Roll down. Good. Big breath in. Exhale, pull the tummy into the spine and start to roll up through the back, feeling every bone stuck on top of the one before it. Good. Eyes to the horizon. Last thing to come up, slide those shoulders down the back. Let's do a couple more. Big breath in. Exhale, chin to the chest, roll down. You can take a soft bend to the knee here if you need. We're going to pause here at the bottom. Take an elbow in each hand and then just gently sway from side to side. Thinking of releasing the crown of the head down to the floor. The back of the neck is long and relaxed. No tension in the jawline, the brow, the toes, the fingertips. Loose and heavy here. And then we're going to pause in the center. Let the hands drop to the floor like a rag doll. Big breath in. Exhale, pull the tummy in and use the abdominals to help you restuck the spine all the way up over the hips. This time we reach the arms out to the sides of the room. Good. Take the left hand on the right wrist and reach over to the left. Come back to center, switch the hands. Think up and over as you reach to the other side. Good. Pull back to center, swim the arms around, interlace them behind your back. And then just pull the knuckles down below the tailbone, opening the chest. If you want here, you could even, if you're feeling it, you can go for a little extra release down. I'm kind of feeling a little bit extra stretch today, but only do it if it feels good in your body. Good. And then carefully, if you are kind of up and over with the arms, you're going to roll back up. Release the hands. Give it a little shake out. And you ladies are done. Thank you so much. Have a great Christmas if I don't see you.
Same to you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Emma.
You still there?
Oh, I am. Only because I didn't figure out how to come out.
How was that? How are you feeling?
Oh, there you are. It was good. I really needed to get moving today, so thank you. I didn't even think about it being Friday, so I didn't do the plank.
That's good. Well, that was it because I planned, because it was Kristen and Meredith, so I planned a bit of a spicier class.
Yeah.
So, but then when you said you weren't feeling good, I was like, maybe it's not the one. But as long as you modified, you've got some good stretching as well.
Yeah, exactly. I planned to do an hour's Pilates today, but I was just going to do it like 3 20-minute stretchy sessions. So
Now you're done.
yeah.
You'll have to do that stretch with Dad. the goalpost arms.
Oh, right, the one where I didn't actually leave the ball.
No one can leave the ball, but yeah, a lot of people don't like it. They're like, Emma, you don't understand what it's like. All right. Well, I will see you at 2. I think it's 2 o'clock my time.
Yes, so yeah, I hope that works. So
It does, because James finishes at 12. So I'm going to do some Christmas jobs, and then Kirk took the day off. So he was very upset when I was like, oh, great, you're childcare today.
what a gift.
Well, you don't get days off when you're a parent. I haven't had a day off for 5 years. All right.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.